Hello there and welcome to the Card Grotto. Today I'm creating 2 tags with alcohol inks in a clean and simple way. So let's get started. First of all, I have die cut the Altenew Terrific tag die 4 times, twice from heavyweight Yupo paper and twice from white cardstock. I'm taking the Yupo paper pieces and I'm going to add alcohol inks on top. Yupo paper is a synthetic paper so that the alcohol inks move really nicely on top. These alcohol inks from Altenew are the ones that you would use if you wanted to refill the artist markers, but you can use them as alcohol inks as well, kind of on their own, which is really nice. So I've added the darkest shade on top first. This is the Razzleberry colour and I really love this shade. It's a really kind of dark rich pink. And I'm kind of working towards the top left hand corner to the bottom right hand corner for this tag. I've next added on Pink Diamond, which is quite a bit lighter, and then I'm going in with the mid-tone shade, which is Rubellite, just adding a few drops of the alcohol ink and then moving it around with the air blower tool. I do want some quite harsh lines on this tag. I really love the look of blended alcohol inks and I also love the look of kind of harsh lines as well. So I thought I would do one of each. I'm going back in with that Razzleberry colour. Like I said, I really do like this colour. So just kind of moving that around. I am getting some really dark kind of thick sticky like bits of the alcohol ink in the middle of the tag, and I do want to try and move those a little bit. So I'm taking some isopropyl alcohol and I'm just using a pipette there to place that onto my tag, and then that's going to help move the alcohol inks around a bit more, and it does lighten them as well, kind of like what water does to watercolours. So you can see those kind of sticky areas right there in the middle. I do still want some darker and lighter areas, but I didn't want too many of those sticky areas. You can add foil onto those areas if it remains sticky and it doesn't dry, which is nice. And I have done that in the past, but I didn't necessarily want to do that on these tags. But in the end, they dried absolutely fine, no problem, and no stickiness. So I'm just using that air blower tool just to kind of dry the area as best as possible. And then I'm going to go in with the isopropyl alcohol and a really old paintbrush, and I'm going to splatter on some of that isopropyl alcohol. Never do this with blending solution. You can only do it with pure kind of isopropyl alcohol because it can damage your lungs and things like that. Definitely use alcohol inks in general in a well ventilated area as well. If you've never used them before, you may not know that. You definitely want to use them in a well ventilated area, but that's just kind of added some droplets onto the alcohol ink and I really like the look of that. So for my next tag I'm going to use some blues, and this is the Cool Summer Night collection from Altenew. For this one, because I'm going for a more blended look, I'm going to add some of that isopropyl alcohol onto the tag to start with. That's kind of going to do the same thing as if you were using watercolours and you were going to do like a wet on wet technique. It's exactly the same thing. So when I add these alcohol inks on top, it's going to make them so that they kind of really blend along that isopropyl alcohol. And I'm using all 4 shades of the Cool Summer Night collection. You can purchase these alcohol inks separately or as kind of sets in like bigger colours as well. So the colours I'm using here are Sea Glass, Ocean Waves, Dusk and Desert Night, and I'm just adding all 4 of those colours on to start with, and then I'm going to use the air blower tool and just move them all around. And as you can see here, these do move a lot easier than on the last tag because I added that layer of the isopropyl alcohol down first. So it just kind of depends on what look you're going for, really. I did originally want to have it so that the colour was kind of going to go from the top right hand corner to the bottom left, like the opposite of the first tag. It didn't quite work out that way. The alcohol inks just really do have a life of their own kind of thing. You kind of have to take that control out of it. Although I love using alcohol inks, and I also love having like creating clean and simple projects, I can't control alcohol inks quite as much as I want to, but I do really enjoy using them. So I'm just adding some more of that isopropyl alcohol in the top there, trying to move the colour to make it a bit lighter at that top corner. But I really love this kind of look that I got with these alcohol inks, a bit more of a slightly blended look. I think it looks quite sea-like or like ocean-like, so I think it would work really nicely for like an underwater scene. Or I think actually if you added some more darker colours on top, I think it would work really nicely for a galaxy as well. So I'm just going to do the same thing that I did with the first tag and splatter on that isopropyl alcohol, and that's just going to wick away that colour, kind of like water droplets do for watercolours. And then I can just set that aside to dry, and these tags did dry really quite quickly, about 20 minutes. So next I'm going to work on my sentiments, and I'm taking the Altenew Flower Vine set and I'm stamping out 2 of the sentiments onto black cardstock. I really love this set from Altenew because these sentiments are tiny and I love that they work for so many different designs. So I'm just prepping my cardstock with an anti-static powder tool, removing the excess powder, and then I can ink up those sentiments with Altenew Embossing Ink. And this is a clear sticky ink so that the embossing powder is going to stick to it. This is the Altenew Pure White Crisp Embossing Powder. So I'm just applying that to the sentiments, removing the excess, and then I can heat set those until they're completely melted, and I like to heat set from the front and the back. I want to cut the sentiments into strips, so I'm going to use the new Sentiment Banners cover die from Altenew. This is a really great die. It cuts loads of different sizes of sentiment strips, or like banner strips I suppose, because you've got those lovely kind of banner edges on the end, which I really like. And you can run this through your die cutting machine and cut loads of different sizes of the banner strips, but I'm never great at die cutting and then stamping on top, so I'm going to do it the way that I would do any other kind of sentiment strip die and just place it on top. So I'm just lining up where I want the sentiment to be inside of that small banner, run that through my die cutting machine, and then I've got the sentiment nice and straight inside that banner. But I think the idea is that you would cut them all out first and then stamp on top, but like I said, it just never seems to work for me. I never seem to get them straight, so I'm happy to do it this way round. So just lining up that sentiment in that banner die again, running that through my die cutting machine, and then once it comes out the other side, I've got a really nice sentiment strip with those kind of fishtail banners on either side. So next, my alcohol ink tags have dried, but this tag in particular has got some alcohol ink on the edges, purely just because the alcohol ink has kind of seeped underneath the tag as I was adding it onto it. And so I'm just using a sanding block here, and I'm just kind of sanding away the edges of the tag. That's just going to get rid of that alcohol ink and you're not going to see it. It doesn't really matter for the most part, but because the areas at the top and the bottom are white, I kind of want them to be kept white, if that makes sense. And also it's going to just kind of smooth out that Yupo paper as well. Next, I've taken these leaf dies from the Altenew Decorative Swirls die set, and I've cut both of the sizes of leaves twice from white cardstock, and I'm going to layer those on top of each other just for some added dimension, and they're going to be added onto the tags. So I'm using the Altenew 2-in-1 precision glue pen. This glue pen, if you let it dry for a little while, it becomes repositionable, the adhesive, but I'm just using it kind of as is. I'm just adding small dabs of that onto the back of the die cut, and then I just removed any excess glue before I stick it down onto the tag. And I'm going to have it so that the kind of shape of the leaf goes with the shape of that alcohol ink that I added on top of the tag. I'm just going to grab an acrylic block just to hold that in place while the glue dries, and then I can add some more glue onto the back of the next die cut. So then I can just add more dabs of that glue onto the back of that die cut, and then I can place that on top of the other one. And like I said, that's just going to give me some added dimension. Most of the time I probably end up doing like 3 layers, but I thought 2 would work perfectly fine for these tags. So I'm just going to do the exact same thing for the blue tag as well. Like I said, I did really want the alcohol ink to kind of move in the same way as the leaves do, but this one covered more area, but in the end I still think it looked quite pretty. This leaf is quite a bit longer in length than the other one, and so it does cover more of the tag anyway. So just using tweezers there just to help me place that one on top of the other, and then I can just take my time just to make sure that they're completely on top of each other and all lined up. Just using acrylic block again just to hold that in place. It did dry really quite quickly, that glue, so I'm just going to cut off the little extra bit hanging off the bottom of the tag, and it's kind of look like the leaves are kind of coming up from the bottom of the tag. So I can just cut that one off of the blue tag there as well, but I did decide to leave the leaf kind of overhanging on that end. So do you remember this piece that I cut the banners from? I didn't want it to go to waste, so I'm going to use it to kind of add some dimension behind the sentiment strip. Because I want to add the sentiment strip on top and it be all the same level, I need to build up the height of it on the left hand side. The right hand side is going to be underneath where 2 layers of the leaf cardstock is, but the other end wouldn't be. So I'm just using tiny little pieces of that black cardstock and just laying them on top, and then when I add the foam tape on top, it's going to end up all being one layer once I add it onto the tag. So I'm just using my tweezers there just to help me out with the placement, and then I can stick that down on the tag, and I did the exact same thing with the blue tag as well. So then before I go any further, I want to add the white cardstock tags onto the back of these ones, just so that it's kind of nice and clean if I wanted to write a message on the back. I do often send tags just as kind of like standalone tags, kind of like a little card, I suppose. And so I would write a personal message on the back, and if I was sending it as part of a gift or something like that, I might write a personal message on. Sometimes I just stick them onto parcels without adding a message on, just kind of like an embellishment, I suppose, to a parcel for like a birthday gift or something like that. And also sometimes I add them onto cards as well. So I like to just have that on the back just so that they're nice and clean depending on what I'm going to do with them. I'm then just going to add some twine through the top of the tags. So I just kind of fold it in half and then kind of push it through the middle and then sort of fold it on itself, if that makes sense. And then I tie that in a bow at the front. And then I just take a little time just to kind of manipulate it so that it's where I want it to be, and then I can cut those tails off with scissors. And then quite often I then fiddle it with it a little bit more, make it a bit smaller, and then just cut those down a little bit more again. And then to finish off, I'm just going to add some raindrop embellishments onto the tags. They could be left as is, and I did think that they would look really pretty, but I did want to add a little bit of embellishment, and I thought that these raindrops worked quite nicely with the kind of isopropyl droplets that I added onto the alcohol ink. So I'm just adding those onto the tags with small dabs of glue and an embellishment wand just to help me out with the placement. So I think these tags did turn out quite clean and simple, although the backgrounds are quite busy with that alcohol ink. Because I just added like white die cuts on top, I think it kind of makes them more clean and simple, if that makes sense. I absolutely love working with different mediums, but I do quite often like to make them into my own kind of clean and simple design, even if the mediums would necessarily be kind of like traditional messy mediums. So that's the tags finished for today. I hope you've enjoyed watching. Links to the products that I used will be in the description bar on YouTube and also over on my blog. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.